What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over the trades we ended up taking today inside the Discord. We had FOMC today, so there really wasn't much to do. But right off open, we did come into a major spot. I told you guys yesterday that on this call side here, on the higher time frames, we have, again, this daily 50 up in here. And then we have that 4-hour 50, which actually ended up curling down a bit today. So when we came up into this, that's massive resistance. Then if you pair that up with this fib level here off of open, we actually, this was actually a decent short to take off of 70.25 on ES here, this upper fib level. Told you guys if it lined up with like a higher time frame resistance level like the 4-hour 50, you could definitely give this a go. Definitely worth taking a short. But right off open, couldn't even take this because I know a lot of I think prop firms trade evade was down. So unfortunately, couldn't even take this trade, which it did end up working out. I mean, 70.25 all the way to what time is this? Make sure it's not FOMC. So all the way to like 69.97. So that's like almost 30 points, just around where you'd be, trimming. So that definitely gave a solid move. But I didn't take anything today. But that was definitely a trade that you could have taken if trade evade wasn't down for people. So that was pretty much the day. I mean, I really wasn't interested in taking anything besides that opening short if we were able to. But yeah, rest of the day just chopped around. FOMC absolutely did nothing. Earnings after hours did more than FOMC. So we'll have to see how we open up tomorrow, because we do have, the chart's really funky right now. Really all depends on how we open. We end up closing right at the 30-minute 50, so pivotal spot right now. Again, we end up rejecting that 4-hour. We'll have to see, if we go back up and break it this time and then head to this daily 50, because if we retest that 4-hour, I really wouldn't be too concerned of it. If we do come back up to it, I would think it would break and then we head to this daily 50, which I'd definitely be concerned about, because that thing is sloped down super hard. This can be a massive area of resistance if we get up there. So yeah, that's kind of what we look like at the moment. If we open up bullish tomorrow, if this 30-minute chart is still crossed and we're above the 50, market's still bullish, you're gonna be focused on long still. So you're gonna be using your 0DT chart for the entries. Today I didn't even look at it. I don't even have them pulled up. Not worth it. There probably wasn't any trades given. If anything, like I said, that opening short off of that fib level was gonna be the only trade for the day. But other than that, yeah, if we gap down tomorrow and drop and this 30-minute goes neutral, then we'll probably be playing some sort of bounce on the fib levels, because if we cross negative on that 30-minute, then what you do is wait for a break of the two fibs we are between when we cross negative. So let's say we open red tomorrow and we open below 69.81. We're going to be between 69.81, 69.47 between these two fibs. So if we break below that 69.47 level, we end up changing the fibs. And then if we break back above to 69, like break over 69.81 again, we keep the current fib. So that's how you go about changing the fibs or not. It's wherever, whatever the two fibs were between when we go neutral, that's when you wait for a break of either side. If we break up, keep the fibs. If we break down, that pretty much tells us that, okay, bulls aren't going to slam this back up. We have to change the fibs. We have new pivots now. So your new bull trend high would be this swing pivot right up in here. So you keep the lower pivot at the actually, no, my bad. You flip the 0% and the 100% if we break below that 69.47. So that's gonna be your new pivot, and then you switch to the 70.31 swing high up in here for your 100% or your 0% level. Would go up here, 100% would go down here. So that's how you would go about changing the fibs if that does happen. We'll just have to see how that opens up. But after hours gave a really good move. Obviously higher risk trade, but right up in here we end up dipping to. Actually, this is the wrong chart. I think I actually have extend hours off, but we end up dipping to actually no, I think it is on. Let me switch to NQ here. We got a nice dip after hours to the fib level that we had right up in here. You could have honestly long this. It was worth it. Higher risk trade. It was off of earnings, but definitely a solid dip buy right up in here. 42 bounced 100 points in 5 minutes all the way up in here. Higher risk trade. Definitely wouldn't go heavy on this. I actually took this for a couple MNQ, like 3 MNQ, super light. I just put my stop at this low right up in here. 40-point risk, and I didn't call this one out. I said in Discord I bought it, but it's just a higher risk trade, not worth alerting. But it did work out, gave a solid move, and that was that. That was the most volatility we had all day. FOMC did nothing. Earnings dropped us, bought the dip, and we just slammed right back up. And now after hours, I think we're pulling back a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much how the day went with ES and SPY. When it comes to the regular charts, I'll go over. First one we're gonna go over is iron. I told you guys was in this going into today, and yeah, we got a really nice move out of it. I'll recap this for probably the 100th time in a row, but it was a very simple trade. You can see we went up heading higher. It was a simple large move up here on the daily. We pulled back, consolidated to moving averages, and then we broke out on on Tuesday, yesterday, and yeah, we played over this high. We were up like, I think, like 35-40% yesterday, and then we gapped up today, and peak, I think it's up like 80-85% at the moment. So yeah, I trimmed most. I only have like a runner going right now, but that was the trade. I actually took this on Friday. I ended up stopping out for 15%. We had this initial break of this high, and we just ended up giving it back. It was a really good trade though, because it was very low risk. It was super high risk reward. My stop was low a day, and that low a day stop only took like 15%. So we took our loss on the first try. Second try, way bigger reward out of it, 80%. So I made up for that loss, and then whole nother trade pretty much since we're up 80%. But yeah, Iron was a super nice name, super strong name too. A lot of the names ended up pulling back today, and Iron was one that ended up just ripping a bit. So nothing too crazy. It was up like 4% today. Trying to think what else we got here. BBAI I actually ended up taking. Probably not the best idea with FOMC today. So I did go a little bit lighter, but I did still have some. It wasn't like a super light trade. All I did was play this break of this high, and I ended up getting stopped. I mean, it was a super tight stop on this trade as well. I mean, once we ended up breaking below the moving average, or starting to, I just got out of this trade. We got a nice close above. Why does this not look like the chart though? I feel like it looks a little bit different here off open. Maybe not, I don't know, but yeah, we ended up breaking above this level, broke back below it, pulled back to the moving average, and I stopped out for like, I think it was like 15-20%. Nothing too crazy, because my stop pretty much, I mean, once I saw this start to reject, I'm like, okay, probably not going to break out today. It's FOMC day, so yeah, this was just a setup that I was eyeing. I'm definitely going to be keeping this on watch though. 100% going to be a trade I'm going to be re-entering eventually in the future, because I do like how this is just coiling up on the daily here, and even the weekly chart. You can just see when we break out of this downtrend, this can be an explosive move to the upside. And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not mad about risking like 20% on that trade to potentially catch like 100% or so. Yeah, that was the loss I ended up taking. And then let's see, what else do we got? Wolf still in this. I trimmed half already, so yeah, it's still really good looking chart. I'd love to see this go to like $16 to $17 up in here. Again, we entered on this pullback actually, so your original entry could have been a break over this high. I saw it at close. I saw this chart. I saw how strong it was. So next day I said if we get a pullback, I'm gonna enter. So we got this pullback to the moving averages, got in, and next day was up 11%, trimmed half, and now I'm just riding the other half here. Daily chart still looks good. It was down a little bit today, but I mean, kind of makes sense. We had a massive move, a little pullback in the trend makes sense. So yeah, still in Wolf, really nice setup. CRML still in this. It's down a lot after hours. There was some news that came out, so unfortunately this will probably be a loser unless it rebounds hard overnight. But I know it's down like, it's down like 9% right now. So yeah, we had calls for March, so I'll probably be stopping out on this if we end up breaking below this downtrend tomorrow. So if we can't wick back up, I'll be closing this. So yeah, that'll probably be a loser. But I mean, we did originally catch this for a nice trade up in here. I think it was up like what, 60-70% probably, and I stopped even on the other half. So net on these trades probably still green, which isn't terrible. But let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, I mean, I think those are the swings that I'm currently in. I'm trying to think of, I'm just looking to see what else we got here. So yeah, GameStop, I didn't take this yet. I mean, I do like the look of this on the daily. If we could get some sort of maybe a little bit more of a pullback or consolidation and then break out again, GME is one you're going to want to keep on watch. This other one, NUAI, looks really good on the daily. broke above this previous day high up in here. I mean, it's not technically really a breakout. This is kind of just more of a pullback to the moving averages and rip. Had a little bit of a drop today, which you could have added on if you wanted to get in this. But I mean, I really like the higher time frames on this. It looks really good to go higher. So yeah, it's definitely one you could keep on watch. Look for an entry point. I mean, honestly, you could already be in this, like I said, over this previous day high, or just buying the dips in the moving averages. I do like how this looks. Trying to think of what else there is. I didn't really scan anything after hours, so okay, I'll give you one. KMX, CarMax. This is just a nice looking setup on the daily. I mean, we pulled back to kind of the support up back in here, moving averages, and yeah, I mean, even the higher time frames. I mean, you could just see what are we in? Constant uptrend, broke above this, consolidation, pulling back to it, bouncing off of it. Weekly time frame looks really nice. Again, we kind of broke structure back up to the upside. I'd love to see this go to like 52 to 55, which is these previous lows up in here, which is going to be a pretty hefty area of resistance once we come into that area. So. CarMax, really nice setup on the daily. Honestly, you could take a swing on this, put your stop at these lows, closure below these lows, and you'll be chilling from there. But yeah, that's a name that I do like, and that's pretty much all I'm going to go over. I didn't really scan anything after hours. I'll leave you guys with those, and I'll post some setups on the Twitter. I've been posting a couple charts here and there, so make sure you guys follow over there. It's from me posting some charts tonight. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. If you guys enjoyed, drop a sub. If you guys want to learn, join the Discord down below. It's where I'm at all day, every day, and where I'm sharing all these plays. So yeah, I'm out.